The Green Bay Packers are still in the boomer era when it comes to their jerseys. Now, let me explain that. You see, back in 2012, when Nike became the official uniform supplier for the NFL, all of the teams switched their style and template of the uniform, going from the old Reebok era to the Nike template, which included a more Nike-style collar here. You see on the top here is the more recent edition, and on the bottom was what they had for the first couple of seasons. Here's another example of the Miami Dolphins, the top being the first one they did, and the bottom being the more recently collar they did with the NFL Shield and whatnot. But you notice here with the Green Bay Packers, from top, the home and the road, they're the same since the Reebok era. Here's a Riso and more with Jordan Love. You see the collar here and the style of the jersey. It has the Reebok style with the top being the more satin to like the bottom here with the numbers are the mesh style, and the collar. You see the NFL logo, the more Riso one with like the clear cover over it, but the collar is still with the Reebok style. Basically, the whole jersey is still Reebok. They just slapped the Nike logo on it. And you see it here when they did the unveiling of the Nike uniforms in 2012. All the teams had the newer Nike template, but the Packers still have the old Reebok ways. Here's another picture of what it was during the Reebok time, which, I love the Reebok era of the NFL jerseys. Now, if you want to pause and read it here, it's very simple. The Packers refused to go with that change. The equipment managers and the team wanted to stick with the traditional roots. They did keep the Nike logo, which was required in all the uniforms for the NFL, but they wanted to keep the old school ways, get rid of the Nike 51 enhancements. They wanted to keep the traditional ways with the uniforms. So essentially, it is the Reebok style jersey, but they just slapped the Nike logo on it. Now, the Packers are a traditional team. They keep everything traditional the way it is. Not a lot of alternate uniforms, the legacy and whatnot too. I am kind of shocked that they were able to keep the design because I know Nike was very keen with the uniforms in the NFL. But every time I see the Green Bay Packers uniforms, I kind of like it. It reminds me of a good time when it came to uniforms in the NFL because the Reebok ones, I'll say, remain undefeated. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't hate the Nike uniforms at all, but I kind of like how the Packers kind of stuck with their ways and being, hey, you know what? If it worked for us for a long time, we're going to stick with it. What do you think of the Packers here with this old school uniform template with just the Nike logo on it? Do you like the old school ways they're keeping with, or do you think they should adjust to the new era of the Nike uniforms in the NFL?